If you follow my story, you'll know that from 2018 all the way to about the middle of 2019, in total, I spent 6 months doing copywriting professionally. I spent a year, actually more than a year, doing high ticket closing. High ticket closing, where I was helping businesses, influencers, and entrepreneurs close high ticket deals over the phone. And during this period of time, you can see all these skills that I was trying to build and trying to acquire and trying to own. It was all to achieve one thing, and that is to build what I was calling the high income lifestyle. And a high income skill is, the dream for me at the time. Basically, I understood it as anything that could give me 10k USD per month or more. And that was the baseline standard I was going for. And at the time, it was such a huge step, almost an impossible thing to achieve. And now looking back, you might think that, oh, copywriting comes easy to you, high ticket closing comes easy to you. That is not the case at all if you understand my past. I spent 10 years, and all I knew how to do in that 10 years was either martial arts or fencing. All I taught at the time was either Jeet Kune Do or competitive fencing. That was the only thing I knew how to do, and I was getting paid on average about $50 an hour, just working my ass off, grinding day in and day out, just trying to become this martial artist, become this competitive fencer, because that was my dream, to overcome and conquer the physical limitations that I always had as a kid. So coming from that place and recognizing that the problems of having such a lifestyle, and trying to make that transition from earning $50 an hour as a broke martial artist with no business acumen into learning copywriting, into learning high ticket closing. That was a very steep learning curve and a very painful period of change. So it was actually during this period, this very painful and lonely period, that I stumbled across the secret of transforming. You must understand, going through what I did, being a broke martial artist with no business acumen, had I tried to read any of these books here and just tried to take any course, any program, trying to learn some one technique, three techniques, five techniques to improve myself, all I would have become would have been a better martial artist with no business acumen. I would just be a slightly better version of myself, because I wasn't going for transformation. The whole time reading, just purchasing all these books, I was just trying to be better. And being better was not going to solve my problem. And what a lot of people don't know is that during this period, what contributed to this massive change in a person's life, you must understand, going through 10 years of martial arts practice and teaching, what would you think would be the reason to spark this massive change and this massive transformation? During that time, I was actually going through a terrible breakup with a long term serious relationship. And towards the end of this relationship, my girlfriend at the time and I, we were almost fighting just every other day. It was very draining, it was very toxic, it was going nowhere. And by the time the breakup came along, I had basically no desire to think about anything else, because I was so broken on the inside that I lost the confidence, I lost the focus, I lost the passion to live the kind of life that I led for the last 10 years. And I also recognize that if I don't do anything, I would continue another 5, 10 years just living this kind of lifestyle with no strategy in place, no goal, no idea other than just teaching Kung Fu. I would have no future. So I knew that I needed a high income lifestyle, I needed change, but how could change come to me? What kind of program, what kind of solution, what kind of mentor would be able to give me the kind of change, the kind of healing, the kind of results, and above all, the kind of total, complete transformation that I so badly desired? There was none. None of these books could give me the solution. None of the programs out there could give me the solution. But during this year and a half, without realizing it, I had put myself. If you followed my work since then, or even look at the last 9 to 6 to 3 months, you would have seen my change. You would have seen the change in the people that work alongside me, because unknowingly I had stumbled upon the secret of total and personal transformation. Like I said, you have to accept that the old you, it, it cannot be a thing anymore. Like, don't even bother trying to improve that old version of you. If it is broken, if it is depressed, if it is not getting the results you want, that old self of you, quite frankly, quite plainly put, it has to die. It means no going back. I woke up that morning, after the relationship was over, I was no longer fencing. I was no longer holding my blade. I was no longer teaching martial arts. I wasn't smelling the sweat, the stench of my gym, which is basically the thing that I've been doing for the last 10 years. None of that was happening anymore. I was a broken man, just keeping to myself, not knowing what's next. Should I write copy? Where do I go and learn it? How do I get clients? What is this high income skill thing about? What is this high ticket closing thing about? All these online programs, like, what the hell? I had no idea. So the mornings would pass me by, the afternoons would pass me by, the evenings would pass me by, the days, the weeks, the months would pass me by, and I would just be this broken guy. And improvement wouldn't help. All these books, all these programs, all the one technique, your three techniques you can learn from here and there, all those would not give me the change I desire. Even if I were to improve myself by this bit, by this much, I would still be broken on the inside. So the conclusion that I had unknowingly, it's almost as if the universe forced me to realize that the old me had to die. That's number one. The old you, like I said, if it's not working, you have to remove it once and for all. That means no more doing of any of those things that your old identity would usually be doing. When you stop doing all of those things, like I wasn't seeing that girlfriend anymore, I wasn't fencing anymore, I wasn't doing martial arts anymore, man, the pull, the withdrawal symptoms, the withdrawal effect is so strong, and you just want to waste yourself trying to find the old doors to doing the old things and living the old life. That's what your old belief system will push you to do. You must force that old identity to die once and for all, so that the old problems, the old things have no longer a grip on you. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? If you do, then it follows that you have to rebuild your new identity. So this process is what's going to bring you your new transformation. Without killing your old self, anything that I'm going to say from this point on, it's not going to count. No matter what technique I give you, no matter what program I give you, no matter what solutions you get, whether it's from me or from anyone outside, it will all be absorbed by your old belief system, your old you. And the old you is not working anymore. So you feeding it all this self-development, personal development things, it's not really going to move the needle. It will just be a better, broken version of the old you, which is not what, it wasn't going to work for me that way, right? Which brings us to the next question. Yes, I understand that the old me has to die. Yes, I understand that I have to stop doing the things that the old me would just naturally gravitate towards doing. Fine. I'm willing to let my old self die. I'm willing to let that old belief system just be completely deleted. What's next then? For that reason, I have put together everything that I've done that brought me success as a martial artist, that brought me success as a fencer, that brought me success as an athlete, that brought me success as a copywriter, that brought me success as a high ticket closer, that helped me to transit from a weak, skinny child to a successful martial artist, from a martial artist with no business acumen to doing what I do today. I know that the world needs to understand how to really achieve personal transformation. So I put together everything into a world-class program that if you just put your heart and soul and commit to what I tell you to do, you will receive the same exact process to transform yourself, to reach heights that the old you could never ever dreamed of. The old me would have never dreamt of hitting 5-figure, 6-figure months. That would have been a ridiculous dream. But after transforming myself, I didn't even realize that I achieved it. I felt that that was natural. I felt that, yeah, I closed this guy. I closed this amount of sales every month. My team is closing this amount of sales every month. So it's natural. But it's only until I check back, looking at old memories, looking at old videos, old journals, and realize, wow, the old me was I wasn't even the same person anymore. The old me wouldn't even recognize this person you're watching right now. That is the power of total personal transformation. Now, I'm gonna give you this program for free if you join me in this movement, be part of my research team, and go to mindadvancement.com. Mindadvancement.com. There is no catch at all. Go to the link in the description below, mindadvancement.com, and share with me. I have shared with you my struggles. I've shared with you my personal story. These are personal things that you and I go through, but really no one wants to talk about it. But it's painful, it's lonely, and unless and until you solve these problems, how the hell do you expect to self-improve? Unless and until you solve this problem, you talk about it, how do you expect to personal develop? It's not going to work because your emotional self is just going to drag you back to where you used to be. So tell me your personal struggle. Tell me what kind of pains you're going through. Let me be your listener. Let me understand what you're going through. Go to mindadvancement.com and put in your number one challenge, your number one struggle, your number one experience, your concern, your question, what you're going through, your story. Because if you are going through something like this, like I am, like I had, then you can rest assured there will be countless of people that are experiencing the same thing that you're going through. And like I said, people don't talk about it. And we need to talk about it for real change and real transformation to occur. Once you put in your number one question, struggle, or concern, my team will give you immediate access to the full program, including all the bonuses, all the modules, all the lessons, all the training. And if you just follow through the entire program like I did for the last 1.5 years, you're gonna get at least the exact same results that I had, or even more. In fact, I expect you to surpass everything that I've done, because I know that each and every one of us has that potential, that God-given potential. It is known as the mind. You are sitting on it right now. So you have the power to change. I hope the message is loud and clear, and I sincerely hope that you can be part of this growing movement with me, especially if you go to mindadvancement.com, you look at my personal letter to you, you watch the video right there, and you just take a couple of minutes to think through what are we really building here. And if you think that the people closest to you, the friends, the people, families that you care about, they're going through similar struggles, you know that they're not talking about it, but you know that the power of the mind, the power of mind advancement, the power of total personal transformation can be the solution for them. Do me a favor, do you a favor, do the world a favor, be part of this movement, be part of this research team, key in your number one question, and you'll get access to the program. You change, I change, let's transform, and let's transform the world together when they witness the true power of the mind. If this video brought you the clarity and inspiration you needed, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so every time I release a video on personal transformation, you get notified. And if you want to grow this movement alongside with me, tag a friend in the comments below, share the URL with them, especially if you know they're going through something and they need to hear this message and watch this video. Do them a favor and share the link, the URL with them. You never know whose life you could change when you take an action as small as that. Any comments, questions, feedback, write them below, send them to me. and I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a great day.